we can never surrender to Islam. That's just the bottom line. And certain political movements that carry the flag of radical Islam have targeted our political institutions as a mechanism for power grab in this country and throughout Western society. You see it really bad in Europe, much worse in Europe,
Yeah.
I think, than in the United States. But at a point, I'm here in Minneapolis. We call it the belly of the beast for a reason. You got Ilhan Omar, you got Keith Ellison, you got all of these Islamic sympathizers, and then nobody had transgender jihadists on their 2025 bingo card. I certainly didn't, but it's a reality this week, and it wasn't two weeks ago. So, from your vantage point, what is the appropriate thinking for Catholics in a world where our adversaries are and have shown a willingness to use violence, and we in post-enlightenment Christian communities tend to take the turn the other cheek approach of our Christian scripture? What is your thought process on, is there a holy war brewing? And if a holy war is to fully commence, what is a reasonable action for us Catholics and Christians to take in that?
Yeah, I mean, we're talking about just war theory. Strategy number 10 in the book is we have to understand just war theory. St. Augustine and St. Thomas Aquinas create a punch list for governments. They have to meet all the criteria for a just war before you fire one bullet, before you send one tank, one ship, anything. War must be just. And we have to get back to that. Now, to go to the Muslim question, we need to understand that Islam is not Christianity. And I know the Democratic Party is telling me, oh, there's peaceful Muslims and there's radical Muslims, et cetera. If you read the history of Islam and read the history of Christianity, other than Muslims coming into Christian territories and killing people, raping people, taking over cities, that's when you have the Crusades. The Crusades are a defensive war. People need to understand that. Were there bad things that happened in Crusades? Yes, I'm not condoning everything, but the Crusades were a response to Muslim aggression. Islam is aggressive. Muhammad was a warrior. It was spread by the sword. These are historical facts.
Right.
And for us to pretend they're kind of a different form of Christianity is going to be fatal to us. But we also need to realize that being Republican and being conservative is not strong enough to counteract Islam. And you see that in Europe. The only thing that is strong enough to counter Islam is Jesus Christ. And that's why we have to start thinking as Christian patriots. We have to think of our commitment to Christ. Christ is king. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Our commitment to that is higher than politics. And again, this is kind of showing our faith, our church, our belief is above the state. There should be a relationship, but our faith is higher.